welcome into another strength class. This one looks a little bit different than the other ones I post on this channel. This one is a calorie burn focused class, and I'm going to show you what I do when I work out, okay? So in some of my classes, I do lots of variety, tons of variety. In this one, it is a 5x5 system. What that means is I show you 5 different exercises, and we do those same 5 exercises 5 times. So this one circuit, 5 exercises, 5 times. Let's get warmed up here. You might notice a difference with this class. It's a little bit shorter than some of those classes where I do several circuits. The nice thing with this is it's a little bit more focused. It's a little bit more efficient with our time, right? We're still going to get our heart rate up. We're still going to burn lots of calories, possibly even more if you consider that in those other classes, you've got to kind of learn the moves on each new circuit. This one, same 5 moves the whole time. There's definitely room for variation. You can always ditch an entire move for the whole workout and do something else, and I'll offer some different options. But the idea is we stick with those same 5 moves so that you can really work hard, at least on the second, third, fourth, and fifth round. Okay, so that first round, maybe you learn the moves a little bit. We're warming up, and then beyond that, we just work hard. So here we are, shaking it out, shaking it out. Nice wide feet. Turn the head left and right. Get the neck moving. Eyes forward, roll the shoulders a few times. You gotta warm up, especially in classes like this. Nice little warm up here. Switch directions. In these classes, it is nice to have a chair available, wall space, depending on the moves we do. A little bit of weights if you've got them. If not, that's fine. You can just squeeze the muscles. But it is nice to have some equipment if you can get your hands on some. All right, nice wide feet. Sink down at the knees and hips. Rotate the spine. Not trying to twist the knees, but we do want a little bit of spinal rotation to make sure everything's feeling okay. Pause one direction and take a nice deep breath, expanding the lungs and the ribs. Exhale, unwind and head to the other side. Nice deep breath, expand the lungs and the ribs. And settle down there. Feet are closer. Circles with the hips. Hula hoop circles. And switch directions. Hope you guys are doing well today, feeling well. This is one of those workouts where it can be a lot getting toward the end. So please take as many breaks as you need to. If you need to skip an entire minute's worth of an exercise, right? Do that. Take a few minutes to yourself. Pause the video, go back, that kind of stuff. You're certainly welcome to modify as needed. March the knees, wake up the hip flexors, and the reverse is true as well. So if I'm talking too much, right, and you're trying to get going on your next set, you can start before I start the timer. You don't have to wait for me. If you know the moves, go for it, right? All right, jogging in place here, getting toward the end of our warm-up. Breathing. All right. Tap the toes out as the hands come up. This is our side jack movement. Okay, and I call them sloppy side jacks because the hands just toss up. Tap the toe out to the side. Don't need rigid arms. All right, it's not a range of motion test. It's just getting the blood flowing. Get the oxygen and the nutrients throughout the body. So the heart rate will probably rise in this class, right? And it'll probably fluctuate up and down. Make sure you are monitoring yourself and know kind of what your maximums are on intensity levels. Be safe. I can't watch you from here, so you got to watch yourself. All right. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. This is normally our first move that we add to our first circuit, but I'm going to include it in our warm up today, okay? This is a plank for the core and so that we prime our spine so that it is straight and tight and protected during the class. So we're only gonna do it one time in this class so we can do 5 other calorie intensive moves. Here we are. So you can have your hands on a chair, nice tight core, fairly straight line from the heels, hips, shoulders, and ears. You can put your hands on the floor. Nice tight core, same thing. You can put your hands on a wall. Heels, hips, shoulders, and ears in a fairly straight line. Tuck the tail. Squeeze the glutes if you like, and squeeze the core. Give it some good exhales to really squeeze those abdominal muscles here. Okay, so I'm not going to start our timer here. This is just part of our warm-up today. Normally I include it in our first circuit. What I'm going to do is about 6 or 7 nice deep breaths. Okay, that's how we'll count this. So in and out. In and out. Squeezing the core, straighten up the spine. In and out. All right, I'm going to do about 3 more. Here we go. In and out. In and out. Last one. Here we go. In and out. All right, let's get started on our 5x5 workout series today. So same 5 moves, 5 times. Our first move is a shoulder-based move. You want to unlock the knees, and I'm going to grab light weights for this. These are our I's, Y's, and T's. Right? If you know the move already, you can get started. You want your spine nice and vertical, unlock the knees, forward, diagonal, sides, and you don't want to bring the hands any higher than the height of the shoulders. So not up here. All right, we want to keep them lower than the height of the shoulders. I'm going to start our 1-minute timer here. Like I said, it's the first round. Get to know the move. The next 4 rounds, you can really work hard on them. And I'm going to definitely start with light weights here, especially because I'm just getting started, right? We want to make sure the moves are feeling comfortable before we get really intense with it. Forward, diagonal, smooth movements, and out to the sides. I's, Y's, and T's. Partial range of motion is fine and even encouraged, right? So if you don't want to come up so high because maybe you've got pinching in your shoulders, just do a small movement like that. Small movements are fine. Partial range of motion is great, especially for the shoulders. I's, Y's, and T's. If you don't like one of the angles, skip it. Just do Y's and T's. Just do I's and Y's. Just do T's, right? You pick. Nice tight core, tuck the tail, vertical spine. All right, the move after this is a leg-based move, reverse lunges. And I'll show you an alternative, which you're always welcome to add alternatives in, okay? These are reverse lunges. Let me show you this. I like to get to a wall for some stability. Tap the toe, don't necessarily tap the knee, right? You don't need to smash your knee on the ground. An alternative for that could be holding onto a chair, squeeze the glutes as the leg kicks back. Squeeze the glutes as the leg kicks back. I like the lunges better. I think they're higher calorie burn exercises, but if it's bothering your knees or hips, do the hip extensions instead. You can get to the wall and also do the hip extensions this way. You don't need your leg to fling up high in the air. Just straighten it out with your spine, okay? I'll start the timer. Like I said, you can always get started ahead of me. Here's our timer, counting down, okay? If you do it freestanding, go super duper slow because there's nothing to really stop your knee from wavering in and out. And we want to avoid that. So I like to hold on to a wall, like I said. Work hard, but work smart, work safe. Getting stronger, living longer. Good work, everybody. Okay, this is move number 2 out of 5. Move number 2. Tap the toe, don't necessarily tap the knee. Down and up, slow and steady. Good control. Vertical spine. Squeeze the muscles. Reverse lunges. Breathing. Good work, good work. Move number 3, this is a fun one, tipping and kicking. Definitely a high energy move. And I've got a few different versions for it. So here it is. Here's kind of the original tip and kick. You tip left, kick right, kick left. I'm just using my hands to punch. Kind of helps with balance, counterbalance, and everything. Tip and kick. That's the move. What I like to add in to burn a little more calories, right, is squatting. So you can tip and kick, and when you land with the foot, add a little squat. Tip and kick, add a little squat. Tip and kick, add a little squat. If you hold on to a wall, you don't have to worry as much about balance and stability. So I like to hold on to a wall. And our super duper tough version, if you've got the energy for it, is staying low the whole time. So like this, squat low, tip and kick, tip and kick. So it's like I'm almost squatted, right, the whole time. That one's really tough. I don't think I'm gonna last 5 rounds of that. Let's see how we do. Here's our 1 minute timer. If you're standing upright, that's fine. If you're kicking lower, right, that's fine. You can just tap the toe. Modify for yourself. Just tap, that's great. If you want to add the squat in, add the squat in. I'm already running out of breath, you guys. And take as many breaks as you need. 1 minute might be too long right now, right? You got to train up to it. What's nice is it's not really about how many kicks you get in. It's not really about getting through the full minute. It's about effort, right? So anybody who's trying hard is going to burn calories. That calorie burn is from work, right? So if you're not very strong and you only get a few in, that's fine. You're burning calories just the same. Just the same as somebody who's getting 20 kicks in each direction in. You're both burning calories. And that's the name of this class, calorie burn. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Our next move, if you need a break, take the break. That was move number 3 out of 5. Number 4 out of 5. This is a squat overhead press. If the legs are donezo for now, right? If you need a break on the legs, just do the press, okay? If you can, widen up the feet. I'm gonna hold light weights. It's our first round. Definitely wanna start light. Sink down and press up, okay? Full range of motion is not critical here. You don't need to squat very deep. It could be a small squat and just use that leg force, that leg power as a little bit of extra oomph, right? Now you don't want to rely on the leg power. You don't want to go so heavy that it's like, oh, I got 50 pounds here and I'm just using legs to get the weights up. So it should be light enough to press with your arms if you needed to. Here is our timer. I'm gonna get my light weights, like I said. Okay, I'll show you a few different angles. You want a vertical spine, weights up at the shoulders, elbows out just a little ways, right? Nothing extreme, just out a little ways. Down and press. Down and press. Okay, you can go faster than that if you like. I'm just showing you a few angles. I'm going real slow, especially on this first round, but I'll speed it up. Again, the depth is not critical. You can do small, partial range of motion squats, and that's fine. Eyes should be straight forward. You don't want to turn your head left and right. Looking at me, looking at a mirror, looking at a cat running by, or a dog. You want to keep your eyes straight forward. Almost there. Our move after this will involve legs and punching, but I'd say use the most muscles in my legs in the next move. That's move number 4 out of 5. Here's number 5, okay? Nice wide feet. Depth is entirely up to you. It's a constant squat, bouncing and punching, okay? That's the whole move. If you're going deeper, great. If you're going shallower, also great. You decide the depth, okay? And you decide if you only go for 10 seconds, that's fine as well. This is the end of our first round, by the way. Move number 5, here we go. I'm telling you, these workouts, these 5x5s, it ends up, right, it adds up to 25 minutes of work. It takes more than 25 minutes because of description time and rest time, which is necessary. You can't just go for 25 minutes straight. That's, you're not going to get the intervals that are beneficial for calorie burn, that up and down heart rate cycle. So you want to take some breaks strategically. Anyway, it takes a little bit more than 25 minutes because of all that added stuff, but that added stuff is necessary. it's an efficient, I'd estimate about 35 minutes or so. All right. Bouncing and punching, straight ahead, eyes are forward. You can come out of it a little bit if you need to. And I'm gonna get a sip of water right after this before round 2. There's our timer. Shake it out, take a breather, get some water. If you noticed, hey, I don't like a certain move, completely scratch it, completely get rid of it. Do something else the rest of the time, that's okay. The first cycle, the first round of a circuit should be used to identify things. Maybe something's not working for your hip today or your shoulder. You can always change it up. Okay, round 2. Whenever you're ready, you can always hit pause and take a longer break if you need it. Remember that. All right, round 2, same 5 moves. This is number 1, shoulders. So forward, diagonal, sides. If you just want to go to the sides, fine. Diagonal, fine. Forward, fine. You decide which combination works for you. I'm going to do all 3. Here's our timer. So this is one of those where I'm still going to stick with light weights. Shoulders are, you might have strong shoulders, but the weight is so far away from your body. Light weights tend to be enough, even for this. Yeah. Now on the overhead press one later, I might increase the weight. I just don't have a medium, an in between, right? I would need a slightly heavier weight than this if I wanted to increase it. I don't want to double my resistance here. That'd be too much for me. Use what you have though. If you don't have weights, use cans of soup. Use water bottles. Gallons of milk might be kind of heavy, I don't know. And here we go. Here's the end of our minute. We'll get these weights out of the way for our reverse lunges. We don't want any tripping hazards. Forward, diagonal, and sides. All right. Reverse lunges. Let me show you the modification. One option anyway. The options are endless, but here's one of them. Squeeze the glutes as the leg comes back, right? And you can do that at the wall. You could even do that hands and knees on the floor. I'm going to do the reverse lunges. Here's our timer. Take a break if you need it. Here we go. Hands on the wall. Tap the toe. Don't crush your knee every time, right? We've only got so many dings and miles on those knees, so we want to be nice to them. Tapping the toe gently and possibly even avoiding the knee, right? You might do small lunges. They don't have to go all the way down. Vertical spine. This is round 2, by the way. Move number 2. What's really nice about doing these 5x5s is we're not relearning a new circuit each time. Now those are fun. Those are entertaining. They're still effective and they distract you, right? When you do like several circuits in an hour, because you don't notice every calorie that you're burning when you're learning something every 5 or 10 minutes. This one is really focused, really efficient. It's what I like to do when you're limited on time, especially good. All right, move number 3, tipping and kicking. I'm gonna get started here. Here's our timer. Okay, so tip and kick. You don't have to kick that high. They could be low. You could even tap the toe on the ground if you want. You can add the squat as you land. Land gently, tip and kick. Right? Land gently. For cushioning of the knees, for using the energy a little bit more in the legs, it takes more energy to slow it down with control. Use a wall if you have any issues with balance. I don't even have issues with balance, I wouldn't say. Nothing identified anyway. And I like to use the wall. I just like to take stability out of it. I don't have to think about it if I hold on to the wall as much. You can stay low. Oh yeah, that one's tough. Low the whole time. Alright. This is move number 3 out of 5. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Move number 4. Squat, press. Remember, if your legs need a break, you can just do the press. If they need a half break, you can do a shallower squat. If your knees or hips are bugging you, do a shallower, don't go so low. Here's our timer, no rush to get there, take your time. Like I said, I'm gonna increase the weight here just a little bit. You do not have to, right? Listen to your body, listen to your energy level. Do what you can and nothing more to exceed the safety limits. Nice wide elbows, sink down, slow and steady up. Okay, if you find that you increased weights and that was a little too much, then go back down. Right, you don't have to commit. My ceiling's a little short, so I'm not able to press all the way up. I gotta modify for myself in my environment. Good work. So I'm not gonna be able to maintain this weight for 5 rounds. No way. So I'm gonna decrease my weight on my next round. I might even need a break there, even though the timer didn't go off. There it is. See that? I took maybe 5-8 seconds short, and that's all right. Breather, breather, breather. All right. For those who want to keep on moving, I'm going to keep moving. If you need to pause, that's fine. Or if you just want to skip it and go to a break, that's okay as well. I'm going to sink down and add my punching. Make sure you get some nice deep breaths here to recalibrate your air levels. Here's our timer. Nice wide feet. Sinking down. You guys got this. Fight through fatigue, but don't push through pain, right? If you got something sharp going on, skip the movements that make that sharp. Decrease the resistance levels. Nice wide feet, bouncing and punching. All right, the depth might be lower than mine, I don't know. Depth might be higher than mine. This is move number 5 out of 5 for our second round. Okay, this is where it gets daunting. Really daunting in the second round because you're like, oh, I know what's to come and I'm not even halfway there yet. It's really exciting after the third round, I think, because you're like, wow, 3 out of 5, that's more than halfway there. You've already done more than half after our next round. That's when it gets exciting. Punching, punching, punching. Maybe set yourself a different goal. Maybe you just want to do 4 rounds, right? There's no magic to the number 5 here. It's a nice round goal, 5 by 5, but you don't have to get all 5 rounds in. Take more time, take more breaks. I'm taking formal rest breaks, just meaning that I'm taking them at the end of each circuit, but you don't have to wait 5 minutes, right? For the next break, you can take them throughout the circuit. Little sip of water. I don't want to drink too much at once. And there we go. Okay. Take all the time you need getting there. Eyes, Y's, and T's are next. Forward, diagonal, sides. Vertical spine, eyes are forward. Unlock the knees. Don't bring the hands any higher than the height of the shoulders. We're all about safety, right? Here we go. Timer's going. Again, this is a lightweight move for me. Or sometimes I'll do this without any weights and I'll just hold it, right? I'll do an isometric hold. Okay. I like movement and I'm kind of high energy right now, so I'm gonna keep on moving. Eyes, Y's, and if I just really like the Y's today, maybe I'll just grind away at those, right? Same move over and over, that's fine. T's. Make sure we're breathing. We'll set these down in a second, out of the way so that they're not a tripping hazard, and do reverse lunges. Great work. Almost done here. Here comes our timer. There we go. Set these aside, get them out of the way. Remember, you don't have to do the modification just if that hurts, right? You can do the modification to switch things up as well. So if you just feel like the lunges are needing a break on that, you can do these ones. You can get to the ground. Hands and knees, squeeze the glutes as they come back. You can do any other move that we do in any of these other classes, right? And the more classes you take on this channel, you'll see tons of variety. I do at least 50 different moves. So this is only a tenth, right, of what we have that I typically teach. I'll add more, but I'm really picky about moves. I want them to be safe. Here's our timer for reverse lunges, okay? Holding onto the wall, tap the toe, don't crush the knee, right? There are a ton of moves in fitness that I avoid, right? I don't twist the knee. I don't move and load myself with weight in ways that bother my shoulder joints, right? Shoulders are highly mobile and not very stable. So there's lots of things I don't do with that. There's lots of things that I don't do with my low back and my core. Just because the moves exist, that doesn't mean that we want to include them in these classes. So I'm really picky about what I include. So I'll add them when I find them and when I feel that they are safe. And I'll do them a lot before I show them to you. All right, they got to pass the Kelly test for my safety. That's one of the reasons I like these reverse lunges versus forward lunges. I don't think that they're as safe on the knee. These ones are more safe. All right. Next up, tipping and kicking. Make sure you hold onto a wall if you have any balance issues, stability needs, especially as we get further into the class, right? We get more fatigued, higher risk of injury and falling. No tripping hazards, right? Here's our timer. And tip and kick, add a squat if you'd like. Tip and kick, maybe you're just tipping and kicking. Or maybe you're doing the real hard one and staying low. Shoulders back, fairly straight spine. Hands are here for balance. Fight through fatigue, but don't push through pain. Holding onto the wall is nice. I like it. Doesn't make the move any easier, but it does make it safer. Why wouldn't I hold onto the wall? That's great. Move number 3 out of 5. Almost done here. Move number 4 coming up next. And I found that I did not last the whole minute last time, so I'm definitely not going to increase my resistance for the next move. All right. Getting worn out, so I'm coming up taller. There we go. Shake it out. Take a breather if you need to. I'm going to decrease my weight for my next move. My resistance was a little high last time, so I'm going to decrease it. This is our squat, press. Have you taken my other classes? Do you feel the difference in your heart rate? I do. When I do these same moves over and over, it takes some of the creativity out of it, it seems like, but we're not distracted by extra moves. And I'll tell you what, it feels like more work to me. I'm able to really focus. Yeah, I'm talking so that I get an extra break in. Here we go. Timer's going. Squat, press. If you can't tell, this is not just for you. I'm getting a workout too here. Nice wide feet, wide elbows, but they don't need to be like locked back as far as possible. Just out a little bit. Sink down to your preferred depth and press. Eyes are forward. You don't want to look up. You just want to look straight forward. Make sure we're breathing. I like to exhale on the way up during the press and inhale on the way down, but you could do the other way around if you like. Move number 4 out of 5. By the way, if you did the math, we have passed the halfway mark. We have crossed the halfway threshold for sure. Great work, great work. It's possible that you want to do all the same moves with no weights on the last couple rounds in a second here. Okay, that's fine as well. The moves might evolve throughout a session. All right, squatting, punching. For example, I'm not going to go as deep this time. Here's our nice wide stance. Sink down, and we're punching. Go your own rhythm, might be slow. That's all right. If you feel good today, good for you. I'm really happy for you. I want you to feel good. I want to feel good. And I want everybody to feel good. But if you feel like, you know, about a 1 out of 10 today or a 2 out of 10, and you're moving anyway, congratulations, you're still doing good stuff for yourself. You don't have to feel like a 10 out of 10 on the feel-good scale every day. It's still good to do something for yourself. So great job. Good to have you today. I do appreciate y'all. Motivates me to keep moving. And it tells me that I got something fun to offer, something useful, something that you appreciate too. So thank you guys for coming in and watching and working. All right, that's move number 5 out of 5 for our third circuit. Let's all take a break. I mean, you can keep moving if you want to keep moving, but I'll tell you what, I'm taking a break. Get some water. All right, we're over halfway through. Taking a brief break. If you are getting something out of this class, if you're enjoying the class, I do appreciate it if you click on the like button. It tells YouTube that you liked the video, which tells them to share it with other people. So if you would do that, I do appreciate it. It also would tell me that you want more classes like this. Maybe your body doesn't, right? Maybe your body's like, no more. But you know it's good, so you want to share that with me. I would appreciate if you click that to communicate. If not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you anyway. I'm going to start our timer. This is I's, Y's, and T's for move number 1 out of 5. Timer's going. Remember, maybe you're chilling out on the weights now. Maybe you're just going I's, Y's, and T's with no resistance. That's fine. Or maybe you're just doing one of those 3, holding your arms out to the sides. Maybe you're bouncing the arms, right? Doing little arm circles. Tons of modifications. Get creative, but be creative responsibly. Does that make sense? Yeah. Don't do anything. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. No, don't do anything unsafe. Okay. Timer's been going here, so we don't have that much time left. I's, Y's, and T's. Okay. My knees are unlocked so that I've got cushioning in the legs, but we just don't want them locked out. I's, Y's, and T's. Forward, diagonal, and out to the sides. Forward, diagonal. Our timer went off, but I want to finish out to the sides. All right, I just like finishing the round. Here we go. I'll start our timer for reverse lunges. You decide if you're going to do something else. Fine by me. There's our timer. I'm going to hold on to our wall, tap the toe, but don't necessarily tap the knee. So I'm kind of lucky here. I've got some cushioning on the ground, which helps to bear some of that impact if my knees do tap, but I don't try to tap my knees every time. Try to keep your eyes forward, eyes at the wall, straight ahead, whatever straight ahead. Breathing. If you found that you've kind of fallen into a groove and you're springing up, use less momentum to use more fuel, more gas, more calories, right? Slow it down and control the way down and control the way up. It makes it safer, but it also makes it more effective because you're not using momentum to spring out of it, right? Go slow if you can. All right, next up, move number 3 out of 5. This will be, there's our timer, tipping and kicking. Great job, everybody. If you made it this far, you rock. If you didn't make it this far, but you're still watching, you still rock. All right, tipping and kicking. There we are. If you got a little more energy in you, right? Use it or lose it, right? Squat, tip and kick. Add a squat, tip and kick. You can always go slower than this if you like. Great job working hard. Fighting through fatigue, but not pushing through pain. If you want to stay low the whole time, might look like this. Weight shifting. Ooh, that's tough. Oh yeah. This is move number 4 out of 5. circuit or round number 4 out of 5 also, right? So we got one move left in this round, and then we'll repeat every move one last time. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you a big old congratulations. If you set yourself a personal goal of only doing 4 today, I say only like that's not much, that's fine, right? You don't have to do 5 every time. Do what you can when you can. Timer's going. This is our squat and press. I was wrong. I was mistaken. I called that move number 4 out of 5. That was 3 out of 5. Oh no. Now Kelly can't count. Whoops. This is 4 out of 5. So squat and press. Squat and press. I was 1 off. You'll forgive me, right? Squat and press. The move after this is our squatted punch. There we go. I think we're back on track. So I'm trying to skip ahead too. All right. Vertical spine, we can slow this down. You don't have to go that low. All right, that was super slow. That was overly cautious maybe. And there's our timer. Okay, here's our final move. Sorry everybody to get y'all excited about being almost done. Here's our final move for round 4. Squatting, punching. We got this. Timer's going, 1 minute. Sink down a little bit and just getting the heart rate steady, but not a full rest. At least that's my goal here. If you need a full rest at any time, you know what to do. You can always take a seat, walk around, huff and puff, get some air through your nose. All right, go lower if you've got more energy. And we are right around the corner. That is round 4 out of 5. That means we are 80% done. Here comes the timer. And where is it? There we go. All right. Shaking it out, shaking it out. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Let's get some water. Okay. For those who feel like you got to be done right now, that's fine, right? That's fine. If you got a lot out of it, share the video, subscribe if you want to see more. I've got 1 round left. And what's great about when you keep on going, when you're already fatigued, right? Calorie expenditure is about effort and work, right? So I'm not saying you gotta keep going, but it's harder to do the same things we've been doing now that we're fatigued, right? So every motion that we do now takes more energy, it takes more gas, more fuel, more calories, right? So when I do these 5 movements for the next 5 minutes, we're burning more calories during this unit, during this round, than our first round. So I always get really excited toward like if I do a treadmill or a stair climber or something, the last 5 minutes are worth more than the first 5 minutes. So I get excited about that. I don't know if it's exponential return on investment, but I like the end of the workout, even though it's harder. Here we go, our first move, I's, Y's, and T's. Ready, set, go. Take your time getting there. Unlock the knees. Forward, diagonal, sides. Or maybe you're just going forward the whole time. Maybe you're just going diagonal the whole time. Maybe you're just going out to the sides the whole time. This is our final round. This is the last time we're doing this move today. Unless you watch it again, I don't know. Who's gonna do 6 rounds? Not me. I'm sticking with 5. Some days I feel like that, but I'm Sticking with 5 today, my friends. 5 by 5 calorie burn class. 1 minute. If you need to take a break before the minute, that's always fine. Next up, reverse lunges, or an alternative, right? That's the asterisk for every, in parentheses, asterisk, for every move. We're doing this move, or an alternative. Here's our timer. You can do the glute raises, glute kickbacks, hip extensions, whatever you want to call it, or reverse lunges. Slow and steady, right? Fight through fatigue, but don't push through pain. If your knee's bugging you, I would encourage you to skip out, build that strength and endurance, and do the other moves, okay? If your knee is bugging you, you might consider what you're doing that might bother it today and avoid that in the future. Often with reverse lunges, keep going there, the timer's going, but I'm just gonna show you. Often what's happening with lunges is you're buckling in with the knee. So the knee goes in as you lunge back, and we want to avoid that. I like to hold on to the wall, helps me avoid that, right? Keeps my knee in line with my toe. Okay, that can help to avoid the pain in the future if you're getting that medial knee pain. All right, this is move number 2 out of 5. Let's see if I can count this time. Move number 3, tipping and kicking. Here's our timer, final round. I'm gonna make it as hard for myself as I can. You don't have to do that. So I'm gonna get lower here and add the squat in. Controlling my weight down, right? It's like a slow motion descent, controlling it down, staying low maybe. If you've got the energy, use it. If you need a break, take it, right? Be intentional about your breaks. Great work. Move number 3 out of 5, final round. Pushing through to the end, my friends. Thank you all so much. I'm excited to record another one. Our next 5 by 5 will include different moves, right? Some of them, there will be crossover, right? Maybe I'll include 1 out of the 5 from today. But since we've got at least 50 moves to go through, we're gonna have some different moves for a while. Here we go. Shake it out. Move number 4 out of 5, squat and press. If you need a longer rest, take it. I'm gonna get my light weights because that's all I can tolerate right now. Weights up at the shoulders, sink down, and press. Nice vertical spine. Right, you don't have to go this slow. I'm just showing you some demonstrations here. You can go shallower. Right? Deeper. But I personally like the elbows out just a little bit. I think it's a better movement for me. Listen to your shoulders. If they're bugging you, just do the squat. That's fine. If the legs are bugging you, just do the press. That's fine. Just keep the eyes forward. Spine vertical, tail tucked. I am wiped out. Final move coming up next. Whew. Good efficient workout, good focus training. Awesome job. Final move here. Here's our timer. No weights. Shoulders back, chest up, nice and vertical. Sink down. I specifically don't want weights on this one. Some people are like, oh, if I hold weights, it'll be harder. Yeah, but it's also not great on your shoulders to throw weight forward like that. So it's just a little bit better not to use it. Now, if you had some way to push a ball, right, and get it away, that's different. But I don't have that. I don't have a trampoline to bounce it back to me. Sometimes you see that in therapy offices that I've worked in before. Right, as a therapist, you see a bunch of different stuff, a bunch of fun equipment in the physical therapy rooms, in the occupational therapy rooms, good stuff. But here, I don't have that, so I'm gonna be safe with no resistance, just punching, squatting. Great work, everybody. After this, cooling down is critical. I'm not gonna include it in this class, but I do have an after exercise stretch that you can go watch. I'll include it in the links. There's our timer. Shake it out. You're welcome to do that workout stretch, post-workout, after exercise stretch, whatever I called it. But you don't have to, right? You can stretch on your own. Just make sure you're doing gentle, active stretches, not long hold, static stretches, recovery stretches. You can see them in that video if you want to go there. But thank you guys so much. Awesome job. I'm getting warm. Well, I am warm. I'm sweaty. So I'm going to go rinse off. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully I see you guys next time. Again, if you liked it, click on the like button. Share this with people. Show them what you did. Please, I would love to reach more folks outside of my circle, right? I'm already serving a great group here in the Pacific Northwest, and I'd love to spread that, right? If you're getting something out of this, maybe somebody else can as well. Thank you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. 5x5 calorie burn.